Screw it. Let's go live. What is up, everyone? Hey, Paul, first in the chat. Shout out to Paul. I think you've been like at every live I've had, I feel like. I don't think you've missed one, but let me know if I'm wrong there. What's up, Gonzo? Thanks for listening in, brother. I appreciate you. Colby, how you doing, my man? What a week it has been. Are y'all having a good week out there? It has been a very productive week. That is how I'm going to put that. I'm really glad that it's Wednesday. I have Friday off. I am looking forward to tomorrow being my Friday. 100%. I got a couple of new knives that we'll get into here in just a little bit. I do want to make sure that I do touch base on them because one of them will be dropping tomorrow. I got really lucky. Mine came in like Monday. No, Saturday. Mine came in Saturday. So I was like, I know I've had more than 3 days with it, but really quick, just a pocket dump for you all. I got that Spyderco. Oh yeah, I gotta switch it to something a little bit brighter for you. I got that Shaman in the pocket again today. You guys know I love this knife. It was one of my grails early on. It has remained my favorite knife in my collection. I carry it more than anything else, true and through. And then in the organizer, I had that Kung Wu S Tao, man. This thing here, what a work knife this one is. I am loving this thing. Very fidgety. You got all kinds of deployments. You got a hole for flick deployment. You got a flipper tab. You got a front flipper. Just really fidgety. Great construction. Really smooth. I like it a lot. But tell me, how's your week going and what are you carrying? Yeah, Paul, I see you out there, brother. I see you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. I love when y'all come to hang out on the lives. I'm trying to think of different things for topics and stuff like that. So I, I like football a lot. I watch football a lot. I've watched since I was a child. Joe Montana just sucked me in. That whole 49er team sucked me into it, and I just learn more and more every year. But back to my poll question. Uh, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. My wife showed me pictures where you could kind of see the lipstick on his uh, chin and a little bit underneath of her lip where they were making out in the car before they got out of it. So they were 100%, especially because she keeps going to all his games and stuff. They are 100% together. Um, and she was telling me I don't know much about signs, and I already forgot what their signs were, but she was telling me that their signs align very well, that they're very compatible. So I'm wondering, like, has she found her guy? He doesn't lack any confidence, looking at him and his brother's podcast, he's a little bit of a wilder dude, but I don't think anything horrendous. Do you think that's the match? Or do you think that we will see the Chiefs win another Super Bowl before that ever happens? And they could win it this year, so it might be a pointless question, but I just thought it'd be a fun one to do today. Anyway, let me get back to the chat and see what's going on. What's up, Ward 19? I'm assuming you're talking about the Mars, the Rips Garage Gear Mars Valley fat carbon scales on here. It looks so good with the black blade and the black hardware. I like that specific combination a ton. I think it looks great, and they're very nice. The skinny scales just really enhance the ergos on a knife that are ergonomically is already outstanding. Just such a great knife to hold, to use, to cut with. Plenty slicey for what I need it to be. Let's see, we got Soul Sun EDC. I need that Shaman to match my PM2. Man, go build it. They have just announced that they're going to be bringing other models out. I didn't look to see if they have anything interesting, but I guarantee you there'll be some sort of black wash, black coated. My favorite is my smock that has like that diamond nitro, whatever it is, coating. You can see the grinds through it, so it's not just the on top coating, it's kind of translucent, but it holds up really well. That's my favorite coating that they do, and there's a couple other companies that have done it. I have seen that. What is up, Fit a Bit? I hope you're doing well. Pretty fly for a knife guy. What is up? I already said hey to Gonzo. Think I've caught up. Yep, yep, yep. All right, let's see here. Gonzo's doing okay, carrying his recurve. Oh, do you sharpen that yourself? Tonto Heretic. Um, I have avoided recurves just because I, in my mind, don't even know if I want to deal with the challenge of trying to sharpen one of those. I think you got to have the smaller stone or um, something rounded, I think, for the recurves, and that's a little bit much for me. My sharpening skills are kind of on the lower end. Like I can get the blade sharp and to slice through paper, but I don't know that I've ever really worried about polishing it. I'm more like, is it sharp? Will it cut? Does it drag? Like that's kind of where I'm at with my collection. And I do everything I can to strop them to keep them sharp if they have a good factory edge so I don't have to mess with them. And one of them we'll talk about here. But like my Spydercos, honestly, I don't even have to strop these that often. But man, Spydercos just come with such a beautiful edge, man. They have a fantastic edge to them. And I just drop them. I drop them until they either chip or until they get too slick where they won't bite. And this one here actually might need a stropping. It's got, no, it's just tape residue. I carry it so much I use it more than the others, unfortunately. Well, or fortunately, depending on how you feel about it. I know a lot of guys are bearing guys, so they don't like Foster Bonds washers, but I'm telling you, man, when you break them in, yeah, it's a little loose. I don't have my tin out here, so I might need to tighten it up just a little bit. I was like, that dropped a little fast. It normally will drop okay, but this has got a little bit more. It's like clicking, and normally you can feel it wobble and not click, but it's developed a little bit of click, which I'm surprised because for the longest time it didn't have that. But anyway, Grubhub is sending me notifications trying to get me to order food. When I'm done here, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to make grilled chicken. I've lost like 15, 16, 17, 18 pounds, somewhere in there. I'm trying to keep that going. It's been tough though, because I'm also with my son trying to weight lift um, to try to convert the fat to muscle as well. Doctor said that is actually going to help me lose it and keep it off better if I do the weightlifting with the weight loss. So that's trying to do that, trying to get better there. I feel like my strength is slowly starting to come back, but it's a little too slow for my taste. So you know what it is. She's just gathering material for her next album, but is it going to be negative material? I'd like to see Taylor do something that's a little bit more uplifting and upbeat as opposed to kind of, man hating. Because not all men out there are dogs, man. Um, but after a while, you gotta kind of ask yourself, who's really the problem here? I hope nobody out there is a Swiftie because I probably just watched you unsubscribe. Um, but yeah, I feel you pretty fly. I think it's pretty funny. She's having a good time though. He's having a good time. You know, hopefully it'll stay that way. It's definitely an interesting side note, just a little bit different to kind of follow. It's not like anything I'm super interested in, but it is kind of, curious. Let's see here. Ward 918, what is up? Solson EDC. I wish they would have done the Mars Valley over the lava flow. You know the one that I really would like to have? They haven't brought it back yet. Is the camo carbon? Is it Sunset Orange? Whatever one that they did that I had on the Voodoo that I had for a little while, that one looks really good. I really like that color combination. Um, the mix of the orange and the red and the black, it has a little bit more black, so it's broken up a little bit more than it is here. And I think that the way that they kind of bled those together, it looks really good. Did anybody pick up the new knife from Traditional Pocket Knives? And also, is it still in stock? I'm gonna check really quick. That's what I wanted to look at. I've been meaning to do it all week, and it's just been, Yeah, it's just been super busy. What is it? The LCB, LBC? What? History. I just want to go there, please. There we go. Can we get rid of this? Thank you. Oh, they're advertising the knife that we're going to be talking here about here in a little bit. They got some Jack Wolfs in. Where is? Oh, it's at the bottom. Yeah, the Lake Chaplin Barlow, LCB. Couldn't remember the initials for a second. LCB. The Toxic Green is the one up front advertised. Let's see here. Exclusive knives. There we go. Lake Chaplin. So it starts with the titanium, then it jumps to the micarta. Yeah. And again, the camo carbon geckos are sold out, both variants. But everything else is still in stock. I am kind of surprised. I'm just curious if anyone picked one up. The only recur, nope. You need it sharpened, Gonzo said. You gonna do it yourself, bro? Or are you gonna send it to someone like Neves or something like that? Oh, Soul Soon. I think I'm saying Soul Sun. I'm sorry, brother. I have this microphone kind of blocking a little bit, so I can't. I'm catching it with the right eye on the left side. Let me see if I brought it up a little bit more. No, that's a little too high. There we go. I bought a new cable, HDMI cable, but I forgot I had turned the laptop off or the portable PC off when I brought it up here. So after the live today, I'm gonna test to see if the cable fixes it because the cable I grabbed was like in storage and I couldn't remember what I had pulled it off of, but I started to feel like I remember I was having an issue with that cable and I'm not sure why I kept it. So I'm hoping this fixes that issue. Bro, we all know she ain't thinking about no dude in a positive light. Yeah, again, I go back to what I said earlier. Who's really the issue? So we'll see. I think she likes the adrenaline and excitement of the new. She to me still doesn't seem like the long-term type girl. So I could see her being single way into her late. Sunset Sunburst camo. Yes, they haven't brought it back. I looked for that to see if they had it because I was going to grab a couple of sheets to use for potential future projects. Whether I do them myself or I try to collaborate with someone to maybe do those for me and then do other stuff to a mod. I'd love to get a couple of those in. I can see why they don't have them in stock. They definitely probably sold out and couldn't get them back in. After seeing the new Spyderco reveal, that is all I care about. Soulless one. Soulless one. I just now got to that comment. Soulless one. Okay, got it. Got it. Yeah, I was stopping on the soon. Yeah, Soulless one. I see it now. Might want to put like you do for the EDC, the underscores. Break it up to help people like me that can't read. Anyway, all right, let's do some shopping while we're waiting for others to potentially roll in. I don't even know what do we got? 12 in here? Nice. We're gonna check out. So I actually want to go back to the Lake Chaplin really quick and then share my screen. Let's see here. There we go. Sorry, I couldn't find my mouse for a second. Here we go again. Why is Chrome acting weird? All right, let me see. Let me see. Oh, is it because I closed Chrome? It's probably because I closed Chrome, and I probably should just default it to the second screen. But what I'd like to know, if you haven't gotten one, which one would you pick? I like the clip point because it's more traditional, but I have found that the sheep's foot I end up enjoying using more because it has the cutting power from the straight edge, and it also is very good for those utility cuts. Um, and I have the titanium hedgehog, so I feel like I kind of want to go after potentially. This is going to be like my purchase of the month. Potentially going after one of these little fat carbon ones. So I missed out on the gecko, and I saw Lefty has that Halloween, and I feel like it looked better in the video than it does in the picture. I don't want any more purple, um, But I do like the two blue ones down there. I like the 90s Fat Carbon, and I like the Pacific Blue. I think those are very interesting. So I'm kind of down here. I don't think I want any of the greens, but I'm kind of in these three, and I'm thinking sheep's foot. But what are you guys thinking? Let me see. I can see over here. Colby says, I think they gonna have relationship problems, and she's gonna buy the Chiefs and then cut them and write a song. Damn, that would be super vengeful, super vengeful. Be a hell of a story though. War 19's got the Mannix 2 and Crew Wear. Wait, Crew Cartagena? What is Cartagena? Oh, Crew Carta. Yeah, I see it. I see the comment below it. Yeah. Solus one. I want a piece of that 80s Neo splatter camo carbon to make a set of scales for my mule. Yeah, that's another good one, man. Camo carbon, I feel like they have some really good. I'm gonna go ahead and we got 11 votes actually. Yeah, let's close the poll. I think when I close it, does it show the results? I don't know. We'll see. Um, Illuminati listening and driving. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you coming in and having an ear in the game. And Byron, howdy, JD Ward. He's saying hi to everybody. Anyone I missed? What is up? What is up? Yep, I'm caught up. That is what is coming up. Let's see here. I'm still back here on trying to decide. I was surprised how much I like the look of this in person. I don't have anything quite this color, but it looked. Can you make it bigger by clicking on it? There we go. Ooh. I do have a link if you guys see anything that you're interested in. I know I don't talk about Reisner enough, traditionalpocketknives.com enough. I like the people there, like I mentioned with GP Knives. I like the people there as well. Um, but I'm really kind of feeling this orange and black. And well, I don't have too much in blue right now in either. Gosh, can't afford two. It looks really fresh. Let me go to the 90s and then the Pacific Ocean Blue. Let me see here. I'm going to do the Pacific Ocean Blue first. Pacific Ocean Blue. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, it's got contrasting blues. It's got a light and a dark. That's a really good picture of it too. The lighting on it really accents the colors. Let me just check the 90s out. I didn't get it yet because I'm torn, but I'm also kind of scared that they're going to sell out. If this is anything like the Hedgehog, I'm really going to like this. Oh, this has orange in it. It's 90s. So why wouldn't it? The white and the orange. I don't like that one as much as the Pacific. So it's between the Pacific and the Halloween. So let's go back to the Halloween really quick. Went too far. I lost my mouse. Let's go back to the Pacific Orange. I don't think you can go wrong with any of those. Great design. You got the jig. Yeah, just I like the jig, but I already have the hedgehog jigged, which I really like. So I kind of wanted something a little bit different. I kind of wish they would have done a little bit of jigging on these. I think like a little bit of jigging on here, similar to the jigged, but it probably would have drove the cost up, right? That's probably the offset. Man, I really went way too far with the mouse. Let me look at the jigged. Yeah, I just don't. Well, let me look at the greens before I discount them. I like that they're all the same price. Doesn't matter which one, right? So, like, if you really like one, you don't have to change it. Yeah, the green's just not for me. Just not my style. Looks good, just not my style. Let me look at this one. Who said this, Byron? This is the one you got? It might be too busy. to do the micarta and the jigged together. This looks good. This looks nice. This is super clean. I love the cross cut. I know they're calling it jig, but it's just a cross cut, which is very simple, very clean, and makes it look good. Um, for sure. Man, which one do I get? Hold on. Oh, here's the jig. I was looking at the crosscut. Yeah, this is like what they did with the hedgehog, so I wouldn't want to repeat this. Actually, where is my hedgehog? I think it's in my drawer behind me. Yep, yep. I haven't carried it in a little while because I've been trying to get some reviews out here, but I feel like, well, I guess I could keep the theme going and always get there jigged. Y'all can't see that. Um, but I already have the hedgehog with the jigged. And you're right, this is by far my favorite pattern. Um, it looks really, really good. And man, the walk and talk on that thing. So I know I'd go with the sheep's foot because I really enjoy the sheep's foot on this one. But I feel like I need to go with, I want to. I don't feel like I need to. I want to have some variety. Um, I also don't think I would keep because I just realized I have another slip that has a blue, um, but I don't love it. I had to put another edge on it. I had to put my own edge on it, which I probably need to go and polish it up because I don't feel like it was quite there refined. But I have, making it smaller, guys. I have this one because I've always wanted to try a sod buster. So I picked up this case sod buster. And it doesn't have that half stop either, which I kind of like. I really like the scales on this one, but that edge, it was so bad, man. It was like I don't even know if they cut tested or what they did to give it an edge. I feel like I got this pretty, yeah, no, it's still tearing. So maybe while I'm sitting here, I'll try to strop it and see if I can get it. But it's just, it came with such a horrendous factory edge and it turned me off. And I carried it like one time after I sharpened it. And then I didn't want to carry it anymore after that. I was just so turned off. And oh yeah, it feels really rough. It was such a bad edge from the factory. I'm trying to feel where, where it's at. Okay, I feel it. It just needs to be sharp. I need to go through the stones a few more times, a few more passes, I feel like. But the case was super disappointing. I really liked the look and the color scheme and the blade shape. I wish it had a half stop, which, it's probably just a slip joint and it's not supposed to have that. But I wish it did have the half stop. I feel like I'd like to see what the walk and talk would feel like with the half stop. But I just don't know if I'm going to keep this one or not. And this wasn't cheap. I know it's about $100 less than the one that we're looking at today, but it's not a cheap knife. For the money, I know it's USA made, but it was very disappointing. Does anybody else have a side buster or case knife? And what is yours like? Did it come with a really good edge? Did it come with an edge like this one? Like, I don't know who sharpened this one. I don't think they finished the progression or something. Let me see if stropping did anything at all. Yeah, that helped. So I just probably need to spend some more time with it. And then if I can get the edge back, I'll probably keep it because it's the only case I've got. Um, and I want to like it. So I'm going to keep it, spend some more time with it. But I still feel like I'd probably go with the Pacific Blue. Having said all that, probably go with the Pacific Blue. The other one that I really like that I have for a slip joint as I reach back is I love this. I love the Bear. It is such a slicey knife. It gives you some walk and talk. And oh, I need to strop it. If you can tell, I actually use mine. Yeah, it is stropping bad. All of my knives need stropping, but I carry this one a lot. I throw this in the fifth pocket with that slip joint that it can't the sheath that it came with. Let me just try to strap it up a little bit. But I really like this. This is super slicey. It has a little bit of walk and talk. It's not probably as good as my Hedgehog. It's not as good as my Hedgehog, but I really like that one a lot. It is by far my sliciest. I love that it's magnet cut steel, so it'll be corrosive resistant. It'll be around long as I don't beat it to death. And even if I do, it just gives it some character. But it'd be something, that would be handed down with the rest of the knives to one of my kids. And I think they would really appreciate it. So let me strap it up a little bit here. I'm hoping that's all that it is. I can't remember what I used it on that dulled it like that. I hope it's not hitting the back spring, because I don't feel like I broke any boxes down with it. So I'm not sure what I used it on. I usually will cut off a slice of an apple. Yeah, it just needed a little stropping. So I've just been sucking at stropping my knives here lately. I probably need to get back into the habit of when I'm done using it. But it came with this Northwood leather slip. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. I probably need to just get back into the habit of when I use them, strop them. I get everything gets to be even put away, and you know life happens. Things just happen, so I can't quite get to it. But let me get back to the chat a little bit because I'm sure I'm falling way behind messing with that stuff. Let me see what you guys are chiming in on. Oop, hold on one second. I gotta flip screens. Let me flip this up. Let's see what y'all are. What I'm missing as I'm messing around with stuff that I probably should do outside of the chat. Byron saying, hey. That's what's coming out. Okay, so I'm not too far behind. Roblox has a few camera coverings that are pretty similar to the Sunset. Okay, Rockin' Block. Sorry, I said Roblox. I had to go look, and they've got an orange and a gray and an orange and a white. There's one color I just found, orange and white. I'm not a fan of the blue. I'm not even a fan of the blue, and I think that looks good. Okay, so Soulless One, you do like the Pacific. I like the contrasting blues. I think that's really what makes the difference for me on that one. Let me put my stuff back over here so I don't lose track of it. And we're halfway through the live, and I haven't even shown you what has come in this week, but I like that one. I'll come back to it after the live because I wanted to kind of look at the other stuff as well. Soulless One, I'd probably go with the titanium with an Retro Peck. Okay, so you would get would you get the jigged or would you get the saw cut, cross saw cut? Byron agrees. Yeah, I think I would. No, I'm not selling. I love the Hedgehog. That is my favorite and the longest tenured next to the bear in my collection. Blue Anno, Zero, traditional knives. Yeah. If they don't appeal to you in any way, shape, or form, don't. If you're curious about them, the Hedgehog, not the titanium, unless you like the titanium, but the regular Hedgehog is a great knife to check out that's affordable, that has good walk and talk and good steel on it. I liked it so much. I like this one so much, the one that the titanium jig, the one I showed you a little while ago. I liked it so much I just had to grab it. I felt like the price was outstanding, and I feel like USB does a good job, and the build quality and in person, man, they just nailed that one for them. Brandon American is lurking in the background. What is up, my brother? Thank you for stopping by. When are you getting my cormorant? Jay ask. Wouldn't grab a case to break down a box unless it was Kinzua or like that. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, and I don't know if that's. I think that looks right. Kinzua looks like it's spelled right. Okay, I'll check out Rockin' Blocks. Soulless One. I appreciate the heads up. I'll look to see if they have the one that I've been hunting for. I think it is like that sunset pattern. Yep. All right, cool. I'm all caught up. All right, so this week, what came in this week? I am going to talk about this one first. This is, sorry, I totally slipped down the knife as I went to open it. This is the Devo Knives Nip And I just realized I need to switch back over to Blade. Actually, isn't it? Is this? No, their website is dark also. All right, so hopefully you can see that. This is a new model from Devo Knives. This is a micro knife. This is actually smaller. I put it away and I probably shouldn't have because I didn't really think about it, but it's actually smaller than that hedgehog. Check that out. It is a micro knife for sure that is smaller than that hedgehog. Isn't that wild? It is like this. I can actually get, as I bump my microphone, I hope that wasn't too loud, guys. I can actually get 4 fingers on this, which is why I like this one so much. And it's got really snappy and kind of scary if you're not holding it. Well, walk and talk. This is a 2.5 finger knife because if I try to go up and choke up on it to get my finger on there, you can see my finger starts to rest on the blade. Uh, and I can't really hold it that way. So you got to kind of hold it like this. It's definitely 100% a micro. I think it's funny because if you watch Lefty EDC or you watch Kevin, you kind of can tell that he's into those because he talks about the Baby Barlow. I forgot what that Cavill knife was that he was really into that had like a Tonto on it. He really likes those little miniature knives, and I kind of get it because if you're into any sort of technology and you like your phones to be thin but packed like Max. I kind of feel like that's where these come in, but it is definitely very well built, and I think it's right up. It's the Detent Diva through and through. S90V, you got that purple. I don't know if it's camo carbon or if it's fat carbon, titanium all throughout the knife. 100% premium on bearings, got a fairly good detent. As long as you're not slipping down the knife, like I just slipped again because it's so small, it's hard for me to hold. You can get a good reverse flick out of it. I feel like medium to large hands could probably use this. It'd be great for the pouches. It's dropping tomorrow. It is pricey, 175 bucks for S90V fat carbon titanium. If it was a full size knife at that price point, I think people would be like, damn, they're competing with Miguron, but it's a micro knife. Um, I wanted to check it out, and I was kind of surprised that I liked it because I have the pony style and I always thought that would be like the small, but like just to get into a box or something to carry in the fifth pocket or throw in a pouch if you like to do like I like to coordinate my pouch stuff. This is pretty cool. I'd have to think on it before I spent my money on it though, because I would get that slip joint from me personally. But it's very nice and very well built, so I do like that. And then the other knife, let me just make sure I'm not getting too far behind on comments. Love my TI Hedgehog, always on my belt, says Jay. Yeah, the TI Hedgehog is sweet. I need to get it back in the rotation some more because I'm doing these reviews. I'm carrying stuff and my loadout is maxed out, so I haven't been able to keep it in the rotation. But as soon as I pick it up, I remember how much I love that, and it's very useful, which is what I love about that particular one. The other one I'm very excited to talk about, this one here, I picked up on a restock here recently. Do you guys know what this is? Anybody, I guess, on what it might be? Who makes it? The reason I ask is because there's a telltale sign on it, even though you might not be able to read. There's markings that they put on all of their knives that you'd be able to kind of take a guess of what this one is. So, time up. This is the Quiet Carry Drift L. I have the LC. The LC200N variant, which is the large, and that is out with the pass around group that I'm a part of. I do try to contribute and share some knives with them that I don't mind sharing, but this one here is the L. It is in Vanex Super Clean and all titanium except for that pocket steel. This one here on phosphor bond washers like the original Drift, not on bearings. So this one here is one of their ocean water environment knives, and it is ridiculously thin. I used to think the Maverick and then or the Neutron and then the Maverick were like the sliciest knives I've ever encountered for full size knives. This one takes that title. hands down. It is ridiculous. There'll be a full review coming for that. It's going to be an overview for the NIP because that's not mine. It's a prototype, and I got to get it passed around so other people can do reviews on it. I don't know how long that'll stay in stock. Devos tend to like go quick. Um, but I'm going to do like my full usual review for that Drift L. I'm really excited about that one. Yep, Jay got it. Jay got it. Let's see. No. Release QPC had in 2 years. Yeah, that's a little harsh. It's my favorite release from QSP though. It is my favorite. I have a penguin that stays in my backpack and a little miniature kit that I have. It has like a Swiss Army knife, penguin. It has multi-tools, some band-aids, alcohol wipes, flashlight, pen, and it's about the size of my but it's my Maxpedition Data Crew. Sorry, what a slide! What a slide! I couldn't think of the name of the Data Crew. What a slide! Uh, about the size of that, and it stays in my backpack that I carry my laptop and stuff in whenever I might need to go in the office. And a QSP for the money is just tough to beat. But this is just my favorite QSP ever is the Hedgehog. That Jig Titanium one for sure. Yep. Solus one guessed it for the bit. Y'all all guessed it. Yeah, that is the Drift. I really, really like that a lot. And if you're on, the side of the fence where you don't like to support Chinese, which I don't judge either way. You like what you like. And I get why people don't support it and the labor laws and all that, and I get it. I'm not here to get into that, but it's a Taiwan-made knife, you know? And I think that's really cool. And I would say if you were thinking this Drift or Neutron, I would steer you towards this one because honestly, it feels more refined. And I liked the Neutron. I think Spyderco does it better as far as build quality, but they've been doing it longer and they're bigger. I say Quiet Carry smaller than TRM, and whoever they're having do these in Taiwan, they're killing it. This thing hits way above its pay. I really like it a lot. So the review will be coming, and I'll do a disassembly so you can see the internals and just see exactly what I'm talking about. What is up, Dwayne? Hope you're doing well. Just talked a little bit about I have the Devo Knives nip in to do my overview, and I actually, because I've had it since Saturday, I did that today before going live. So this one will be boxed up and headed on to the next reviewer. And because that's dropping tomorrow, I'm going to try to probably push that instead of doing two shorts. Actually, I don't think that affects it. I think I can do 2 and 2. So it'll just be an extra video tomorrow that I push out there to help Devo kind of advertise it because I do appreciate that they sent it to me for free to check out. So, all right, now we're halfway through the live. I want to do a little bit of shopping, so we're gonna look at some new arrivals, and we're gonna start with. Actually, I think I'm gonna start with GP. I think I'm gonna start over at GP Knives. I feel like I always go to Blade HQ first, so let's just go over to GP Knives. All right, so anybody out there that is a Hinderer fan that has been chasing one that cannot find them, they have several in stock, several color options it looks like. Triway, they are all the S45 VN Harpoon Spanto. I feel like S35, S45, and Hinderer probably are a good combination. You don't have to run a super high heat treat, and it's a fixed geometry on a steel that's meant to be more tough for use and abuse. Hinderers are not slicers in my opinions, but they got all sorts of colors there if you're interested in that. And then we got a couple of new colors in the live wire. That blue is really banging. I like that black wash blade on the Magna Cut. If I had my choice though, I would probably come down on the screen a little bit more, and I would grab the stone wash. The coating and then the washing on the blade usually impacts and affects the HRC because they have to heat it up to get the coating to adhere, and that can affect it. Got some Jack Wolfs. which is that coming soon. It's not here yet. So that's going to be the next revamp. Their S90V, they have all blacked out versions, and I will say that blacked out with the dark matte, the red dark matter, it looks like it's all black, which is one of the downsides of dark matter. And then they got some jigged. They got that jigged one too. So if you missed out on the Vampire Jock and you like that one, there you go. We got the Tenacious in M4. I think that is severely overpriced. You have some Audacious Concept drivers, which are actually cheaper than the Griffin tool drivers that I have, that I really like. And those are highly touted. I do want to check those out. That's a good price for an all titanium driver. That's a really good price. Let me just check second page. Those are probably going to sell out. If you guys buy that, use my link. It helps the channel, so I can put it towards something. I'm coming up on 5,000, so I'm just going to put it towards that anyway. Got some Guardian tactical knives. I like the price on their knives. The aluminum and the carbon fiber I feel is a little bit more upscale, so I feel like they're appropriately priced, and I feel like their build quality is really good. Kershaw Launch 13 in Damascus, not Damasteel, Damascus. I have people ask me all the time, is it real Damascus? Yes, it is two steels meld together and acid etched to give you the Damascus look. So yes, it is real Damascus, but it is not Damasteel. There is a difference, my friends. There is definitely a difference. So we got some Chris Reeve knives. That price. Man, this economy is brittle. We got some Hinderer hardware. And Jack Wolf Pioneers still in stock. If you want one of the Pioneers, that looks like the side, twist on the side buster. Burger Customs, which looks like the new Flytanium knife, like the handle at least looks the same to me. But the Burger Custom. All right, so I'm gonna leave it here because I'm gonna come back. I'm probably gonna pick up one of these drivers. We got a Stonewash and a Satin. Probably gonna go with Stonewash. So I'll probably come get this later. Let's just jump over real quick and check over this ridiculous that I saw from Blade HQ just now. And am I missing anything? Hey, what's up, Crispy Critter? Moves a little bit faster. I'm using like 3 devices to try to keep up. Oh, okay, I'm not too far behind. Not quite big enough to where I have to worry about that. But anybody getting this Boker Wiener Warrior? I don't need that. I don't know about y'all. All right, we got some Spydercos in stock. We have the Bodacious that you can pre-order now. So this has got to be one of their new lines. This looks like a Shaman and a Native 5 had a baby. I'm going to look at the satin blade because you can see the details a little bit better, but I'm trying to understand the difference between the two. Both say compression lock. What is the difference? What is the difference between these two? G10 3.6 and satin serrated, so they got the wrong picture. This is supposed to be the serrated. They're showing the flat, the straight edge. So this is the satin. This is the non-serrated S30V 3.6-inch blade. It looks like a modified Shaman. Damn, I might have to check one of these out now. More expensive than the Shaman, at least when I bought mine. But it is the Bodacious. Kind of like the name. Blade shape's a little bit different. You got the salt line variants of the Paramilitary 2. Really good decision there. You got a pair of 3 Canvas micarta. Is this still S45? Nope, Crewwear. Nice. Pre-order that one. Crewwear is a great steel. Got some lightweights here that are able to be disassembled. I actually have the S90V lightweight that I bought the Applied Weapon Tech scales for, their aluminum scales, and that to me just completely transformed the knife. I had it out here earlier, but I have put it away. We got the oh yeah, there you go. The Manix 2. Where's my I got something on my glasses that is kind of smearing the screen a little bit here. I need to wash this one because I picked it up a couple times by mistake to wipe a blade off on the opposite side. And one of these days I'm going to pick it up and just get oil on my glasses. All right, now that I can see again, what do we got here? We got two different Manix. Oh, the XL and the Manix 2. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed that this one is the XL. Crewwear Manix 2 at 168 is the better buy than the Bodacious. The Bodacious being a new model is exciting, but I'm probably going to pick up that Crewwear um, Manix 2. So cool to see that. Oh, wait, I skipped the Sage 5. You guys know I love the Sage 5 with the compression lock. What is the steel on this? What is Micro Melt Maximate? Is that just my Maximate? What is Micro Melt Maximate? Does anybody know? Can someone tell me? It's a shaman without the choil. Crispy Critter, that is 100% you win the prize. That's what's different. That is what is different. Man, that would probably, if you don't like the Ford choil, you get more cutting edge. Man, I'm glad you pointed that out because I had not noticed that. And there's people out, I've heard people say, I wish the shaman didn't have the Ford choil. Grab a Bodacious. There you go. There you go. The Spy Mato. It looks like a model that they've done before. What's the one that they did with Lion Steel? Doesn't it look like that? I feel like it looks like that. We got some Medfords, Gentleman Slip Joint, NAF's Lulu Magna Cut Fixed Blade. Is that the same NAF's that did the Lander? They did a fixed blade. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I'm mad that those Spydercos are new arrivals, but they're pre-orders, which means they're not available. Okay, so they got the relatives here. The Riyadh Exos here, the minis with the locks, and now the full size that also have the locks. They have them with the drop point, the dagger, and the sheep's foot now. I think the sheep's foot is a really cool option. Um, the XO-M is like the perfect size for EDC for me, but I have not checked out the full size XO personally, so I don't know if it's so much bigger that it makes a difference. A CRKT for $250? $400? What? And it's sold out? Is this the one that Melissa Melissa Wild was advertising with her red dress on Instagram? she, she put on a little red dress to advertise it, or to feature it. Magna Cut sheep's foot. Who's making this? I feel like this is like an Italian made knife or something. Yeah, made in Italy. Designer is Michael Walker. So it's made by Lion Steel. It's a CRKT that's made by somebody else. You can let me know how you feel in the comments. Still CRKT to me. They just fell so hard, guys. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that. All right, so we're into some knives that they've already had. Let's just check really quick on what's coming soon. And then we'll spin. All right, so here we go. So it's in the new arrivals and it's in the coming soon as well. So I have a feeling that we're not going to see too much here on the coming soon. Sorry if you hear my dog in the background. Somebody must be home. Actually, I think my son's girlfriend's coming over to see him. So that's probably what she's barking about. We got some Ultim Elementum 2s and regular Elementums. Okay. I will say, you can clearly see here the transparent Ultim on the satin looks like piss. But the black hardware behind it brings out that amber color that I like. I like the way that looks versus that. There, you can see here there's a distinct difference. The Micro Yojimbo, that hasn't come out yet. I thought that was already out. Taiwan doesn't play. All the Spyderco knives I've seen from there are fantastic. Yep, no, they don't play. They don't play. Yep. I have the Sage 5 and I have the Smock, and both are built really well with great tolerances. I right clicked instead of left click. I didn't mean to glance over the Baby Banter Warncliffe. That's just not for me. Elementum 2, that looks like a Valentine's Day combo, that red and white. Are they early with that? What is that for? Combo Ivory and G10. Ivory G10 with red. Oh, that Praxis is dope. Again, more amber looking. Here's that new weed that Jared has been going bananas about. And what I will say on here, I love that hand rubbed finish all throughout, not just the handle, but the blade as well. It looks like it has a hand done side to side finish on it. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous model. I love that they took the Wii off the pivot and just completely cleaned up the show side. And I am perfectly fine with the fact that it's on that pocket clip. And Wii has one of those logos that just look like it's a marking, versus it being that it's a Wii. So this is a really cool model, and he really likes it. I haven't handled it. I'm kind of hoping it gets sent to Kevin, and it's something that can get passed around to look at, because it's really hard to choose where to spend the funds. And I'm not ready to sell anything in my inventory yet. There's that Praxis again. Now, why is that one 70? Why is this one 70? Blade material stainless steel. It's 9CR. Why is this $70? No. That should probably be a 4. There's the Landa Large, right? The Lander 2 with the crossbar lock. You can pre-order that. I did the Kickstarter, and the last I had heard is that they're behind on it. Oh, Civivi Vision FG with Altum. Black out that hardware, fellas. That would look 10 times better. We have a reverse Tonto Amaret that is reminding me of, what button lock is that reminding me of from them? I wanted to say the Altus, but that's not right because that has contoured scales. It's reminding me of something and I can't quite place it. The Bantera from Sencut, nice budget knife. We got the Brazen Tonto button lock. Oh, so they went button lock with the Brazen. That's one that I like ergonomically. It's really quite nice for a budget knife, ergonomically. They have now the budget variant of the Typheus. I know they said that's fixed blade, but that's the one that kind of move. Here we go. The Ultim blacked out hardware again. You can see, looking down here at the conspirators that don't have the Ultim with the black, it just makes a huge difference. It really does. I thought the Ziphius was a limited run. Is this coming back? See here. Yeah, QSP did the Lake Chaplain. Yep. Big nope on the wiener. The new mermaid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I purchased, I still have it. It's in the roll. I purchased the original mermaid for April Fools, to do a Grail video for April Fools. Put it in that pouch, and I've maybe brought it back out once since. It was not to use it. I think it was for like another gag video of some kind. The Kite Fin button lock. So they are going in on the button locks, and I will tell you, we Civivi Sencut, they do a fantastic job with their button locks. What is the Baltus Tusk? I probably wouldn't get the Damascus one or with the Altum, but this has got to be an existing model, no? for them to bring. This is really cool from Civivi, like different cool. Did I miss this already? Somewhere else? I, no, that's the Sencut Pantera. Pantera. Boltusk. I have to have missed this. But anyway, I'm going fast. I'm skipping over the Speedline. Cool design. The Orpheus with Damasteel? Gotta be. That price lets me know that's Damasteel. I like that Arctic Storm. Looks really unique in that bronzed against that bronzed finish. That is really unique. All right, guys, we're gonna cut out. All right, Byron, have a good evening. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the same here in about 5 minutes. My stomach is talking. Just got the cheaper version of the Ziphius, uh, and got the Sencut Watuga. Are you talking about the Sentinel Strike? Is that the Ziphius, the budget version of the Ziphius? I have a Sentinel Strike too. Sencut Glide Strike. I really like this one here with the frag on it. Oh no, it's just textured. Okay. Still very cool looking. I like that blade shape. Interesting that they're putting this forward finger choil on a full-handed knife because that's almost 9 inches. Um, I've seen them doing that a little bit more here lately. Okay, so here it is, the Boltusk. What is the irregular Boltusk made out of? 14C28N, good blade steel. I like this design. Purple micarta is okay. Flipper tab, reverse 8 inches, 3.48-inch blade, so it's a full-size knife. Thank you, Civivi. That is one that I will be checking out. 65 bucks for those materials is really nice. Do we have any other color options for the Boltusk? Can't be just that's the only uncoated blade option. There's no way. There's got to be more here coming up. There's the kite fin button lock with the Arctic Storm. Not a bad price for that button lock. 229. I like that. Then we got one with Jungle. So why is the one on the left more expensive? It's got to be because of the coating. I'm not sure. I would think it'd be more expensive to do all of this, but maybe not. We got some milling here. Oh, my puppy is awake. Well, she's not a puppy no more, but she's awake. I like that Orpheus. That is really cool looking. I like that better than the one that Neves has been talking here lately about. It's a very expensive knife, though. Man, these prices. But I mean, it is more detail. I'm assuming it's a designer. There's the Amrite. I was just looking to see if they have any other color options on the Boltusk. I guess the fastest way to really do that. Let me just look at this one really quick. This is like the most expensive one out of all of them. Yeah, that is cool. So it's hand finished. We got micro milling going in here, fat carbon. We got some sort of pattern going on in the pivot. We do not have the WE logo on that side. Yeah, really close look at that. I think that's just flamed Anna. I really like this one, guys. WE logo with no coloring to it to keep it knocked down. I wish they would flip those relief cuts to the inside. I really like the little fuller here. I like this stop pin design. I mean, the over travel stop design. I like that. Yeah, this is really a badass knife that's coming from me. Anyway. The cheaper version of this. Okay, all right. So I'm still caught up on chatting with you all. All right, what is it called? The Boltusk. Just too much to do here. Yep, it is the only uncoated blade. Why? Anyway, okay. Well, that is going to be it. I don't. Oh, the nip. It is dropping tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They have a couple options here, and then they have the blacked out version over on traditional pocket knives. Um, Pretty sure I'm going to go with the Pacific Blue. I'm going to go eat some food and think about it because I got like way more lined up to spend than I intended. And I don't know if I want to sell anything. So I do still have my Riyadh XOM, and I really don't push that hard to sell that one because I kind of like it, and I'm apprehensive about parting ways with it, but I want to kind of check some of this other stuff out. So I might be doing a knife sale here in a few days. I'm gonna sleep on it tonight and then try to decide. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. Go grab some food. Take my little doggy downstairs because she's getting restless. Let me bring her over to say hi real quick. I don't think y'all have ever seen her. I know I'm bothering you. I'm sorry. My little old lady here. My stepdaughter stole her from me. It's nice to get her to come back to visit every once in a while. But this is Riley. She's a 13-year-old miniature Dachshund. She's partially blind, very gassy, very confused, hard of hearing, but her sniffer works really, really good. Anyway, she's a sweet girl. I rescued her when she was like a year old. And she's just got some like anxiety issues. So she gets really upset when she's left alone. She has no idea what she's looking at. She's such a good girl. You can stay here, girl. We're getting ready to wrap up. All right, I'm gonna go head out and get some food. Enjoy y'all's evening. Go over and check out Mattisfaction. I think his live is tonight as well. And I will catch you guys in the chats and on the videos.